I think the denuclearization is it's a big aim, but Russia's willing to do it, and I think China's going to be willing to do it too.
要求中方加入中美俄三边核裁军谈判，既不合理，也不现实。
I will tell you that I have a lot of people in business that I deal with that are from South Korea. They love Trump because they feel I've saved. I think you would have had a nuclear war if I weren't. I think you would have had a nuclear war, North Korea and South Korea. I think it would have been a disaster. You're only 60 miles away from Seoul. They don't even need nuclear. They have their cannons, howitzers, and they have them buried in the mountain. You know what I'm talking about. And I think you would have had, if I didn't win that election, if Hillary Clinton, crooked Hillary, won that election, I think you would have had a nuclear war. It would have taken place, and it would have been horrendous for everybody, including them. It would have been very bad for them because we would have had to enter the picture, and we are the most powerful nuclear country in the world by far. Russia's second, China's third. China's going to catch eventually, 5 or 6 years they're working to catch. One of the things we're trying to do with Russia and with China is denuclearization. And it's very important. One of the things I discussed with President Putin the other day, it wasn't just that, it was also other things. And I think the denuclearization is it's a big aim, but Russia's willing to do it, and I think China's going to be willing to do it too. We can't let nuclear weapons proliferate. We have to stop nuclear weapons. The power is too great.
We've noticed the relevant reports. The country sitting on the world's biggest nuclear arsenal should earnestly fulfill its special and primary responsibility for nuclear disarmament, further make drastic and substantive cuts to its nuclear arsenal, and create conditions for the ultimate realization of complete and thorough nuclear disarmament. China's nuclear strength is by no means on the same level as that of the US. Our nuclear policy and strategic security environment are also completely different. It's neither reasonable nor realistic to ask China to join the nuclear disarmament negotiations with the US and Russia. China follows a policy of no first use of nuclear weapons and a nuclear strategy that focuses on self-defense. China always keeps its nuclear strength at the minimum level required by national security and never engages in arms race with anyone. China's nuclear strength and nuclear policy contribute to world peace.